Hey everyone, this is a quick diorama building guide. This is per request from a friend Mark Gabriel on Geeked Out Collections. It's a great Facebook group. I recommend joining it. There's never any drama, just a lot of guys talking about toys and their collections and giving tips, and great group. Geeked Out Collections, highly recommend. So I got these Toonie Terror guys and they just started adding up, and I wanted to make something I can hang on the wall. Right now it's on an old CRT TV I use for my Nintendo and stuff. That's a different story. But I'm not a diorama expert, but I've been learning as I go and getting tips here and there from groups and YouTube. But this one was easy to make. This is the first one I made a couple of weeks ago, and I just finished it up with this deck. So, all right, Mark, the first thing you're going to need is this foam board. And you can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot. There's the barcode if you want to take a snapshot of that. Freeze it there for you. This was around $7, I believe. I think it was $6 like a year or two ago, but things are going up. Still not that expensive. I recommend getting the glue gun. I didn't use it before, so I was doing cheap stuff. Like this is like skewer sticks you can use for, like, you know, shish kebabs, to stick through the foam, to stick to the other pieces. I'm not editing stuff or anything, but like, so this back wall, I actually had the skewer going in through it to this little shelf. You can still do that. I recommend doing it just for support. You're just gonna stick the sharp end right through the foam, right into there, and then you use the hot glue to seal it up. So this is actually two pieces. But the dollar store is going to be your friend. Like, I got this at the dollar store. These popsicle sticks I use for the wooden deck. Hot glue, popsicle sticks, and the paint is really going to flesh out your project. Popsicle sticks together. You know, you got to have some dry brushing techniques involved. The painting is what makes these things come alive. So you are going to need some type of ruler. A T-square is preferred. I got this cheap. I kind of did everything on the cheap. And what I would do is draw it out first. Like, this is just, I did draw this out. I visualized it, drew it out and how it would work. And just so when you're plugging along and doing it, you can have something for reference. So for something like a wall on a house, you know, get the figure down and use it to scale. I'm sorry if I'm jumping around with the camera here. So for a house, you know, a panel of wood for our siding, aluminum siding, you can kind of visualize it, be half the size of his arm. But if you don't want to waste time, if you don't care, just, you know, you're going to mark your ruler. And then you're going to go up there and you're going to mark it again. And then you need your straight knife. That will give you that deep texture. And you're going to, you know, trace your lines. After you trace it with a pen, you're going to retrace it with the straight knife to get that indentation in there. And then if you want to get a deeper groove, but for siding you don't. But you can use like a pencil, a sharpened pencil. You're going to see I'm going to add texture, you know. That's just adding texture, you know, to look old. And the paint, if you black wash your first, will bring that out. Do not spray paint this stuff. They'll eat up your foam board. You know, just get a cheap brush. Like I said, the dollar store for these projects are going to be your best friend. I used to go to Michael's, and I love Michael's. I still go for other things. But you cannot beat a dollar store. At Michael's, this might be $3 at the dollar store. I mean, it's $1, obviously, or $1.25 now, whatever the heck happened. These dowels they even will have at the dollar store sometimes. You're going to be your best friend. I got all my paint from the dollar store. You know, this thing soaks in any paint. You don't need any fancy paint, just dollar store stuff. Like I said, and when you want to cut your pieces, you know, use a straight knife. And you don't, people have foam board cutters, unless you're going to get really into this. I wouldn't suggest buying one yet, but if you do this project and you decide you like it, you know, go for it. You know, you are going to have to draw your windows, you know, cut them out with this, punch it through. You know, if this is sharp, it goes deep into this stuff. This stuff feels strong when it's together, but when you put a cut in it, you can kind of just pop out the pieces you want. And like I said, man, it's all about the paint really does the work and brings the stuff to life. And you can use the pen or a pencil to get the textures. Like you can see here, I got all them little textures with just a pencil. And yeah, man, any questions, just ask in the comments if I get any, if anybody sees this. And have fun, and take care.